Okay, good evening, everyone. So, am I audible? Please respond.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, so let's begin the session now. Okay, so now we'll start with the guys Azure Data Engineering. So, when we talk about the Azure Data Engineering, guys, everyone, what is Azure? Azure is nothing but it stands for the it basically Azure is nothing but it is the name. It is the name used by the Microsoft. Everyone, it is the name used by the Microsoft to market the cloud services. It is the place which is used for what is it, guys? Used by the what is it? Microsoft to market their cloud services. Okay. So what is Azure? Azure is the name used by the Microsoft to market their cloud services. Okay. So likewise, you have for guys everyone, you have the more supermarket is there. More. Okay. So whereas when you talk about the more supermarket, basically the more supermarket, it is owned by whom? By the Birla. Am I right? It is owned by the Birla Group. Whereas the grocery stores, they are marketing with a name called what? More. In the same way, all the cloud services are marketed by using what is just, guys, the name called what? Azure. So Azure is the name used by the Microsoft to market their cloud services. In the same way, we have what is that, guys? We have what is that? Everyone, data. What is data? Data is nothing but, guys, information. Data is nothing but what, guys? Information. So we can say, everyone, data is nothing but what, guys? Information. So we can say, so information is nothing but, guys, everyone, what is information? Information is nothing but, okay, guys, the data is nothing but what? Information. So whereas engineering is nothing but what, guys? The technicality, or we can say the process of management of the data is called as what, guys? Engineering. The process of management of the data is called as what? Engineering. So we can say Azure Data Engineering is nothing but it is basically it is the name used by the Microsoft to basically the Azure Data Engineering is nothing but it's a bunch of cloud services, guys. It is the bunch of cloud services. It is the bunch of cloud services. So we can say many cloud services are provided here. Everyone, many cloud services are provided here. Okay. Many cloud services are provided here within the Azure Data Engineering. So we can say Azure Data Engineering is a kind of basically a package. Azure Data Engineering, it's a kind of what's it is a package where it's a bunch of cloud services. Wherein the cloud services, guys, the following are the everyone, the following are in the cloud services, the following are the tasks we can perform it. What is that? The first one we can say it as what, guys? Using the Azure Data Engineering, and which is the bunch of cloud services, we can use it for the purpose of management of the data. For managing this data, we can perform the following tasks. What is that? The first one is called as what, guys? Data migration. The first one is called as what, guys? Data migration. So data migration is nothing but, everyone, data migration is nothing but, okay, we'll see all data migration. And the next one we have what's that, guys? Data integration. Data migration, data integration. And then we have what's that, guys? Data summarization. Data migration, data integration, data summarization. And then we have what's it, guys? Data visualization. Data visualization. So here, these are all the, guys, these are all the bunch of cloud services. These are all the bunch of what is it, guys? Cloud services. So we can say, everyone, we can say what, guys? The Azure Data Engineering, it is nothing but the bunch of cloud services. And using this bunch of cloud services, we can perform the following task. What is that? The job of the data migration and the job of the data integration, job of data summarization, and as well as the data visualization. So these are all the tasks we can perform it. So what are the bunch of cloud services we have it? The first service we have it as the ADF, which stands for the Azure Data Factory, guys. And then we have what is that, guys? ADB, which stands for the Azure Databricks. And then we have what is that, guys? Synapse. Synapse. Okay, everyone. Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks, and then we have the Synapse, and then we have one more that is called as what, guys? Azure Fabric, or we can say Microsoft Fabric, and then we have the AI. Okay, guys, which is called as what? Azure AI. So these are all the bunch of cloud services we have it. So using these cloud services, so might be in the on-premises we may call it as a modules, but here in the cloud system we call it as what is it, guys? These are called as a services. These are called as what? Services. And these services are used to perform the following task. And why this all task is done? For the purpose of data management. For the purpose of what is it, guys? Data management. To manage the data, everyone. To manage the data, guys, everyone. To manage the data, we perform all these tasks here. So now let us try to understand what are all these tasks we have it. So what is that first one we have it, guys? Data migration. So let us try to understand what is basically the data migration. So guys, the data migration is nothing but everyone. The data migration is nothing but moving of, yes guys, moving of the data from one place to the another place is called as migration. Okay, moving of data from one place to the another place. For example, you have the data in your mobile phone, everyone. Now, from your mobile phone, guys, everyone, from your mobile phone, it is saved in your mobile phone. Whereas the following is a configuration you have it. That is nothing but you can say, guys, 100 GB is the 100 GB is the capacity is you or that is nothing but used to store here. And in the same way, you want, can you see here? You want to move the data from the mobile phone storage to the Google Drive. Drive. So what is this Google Drive? So can you see here, whenever you move the data from the mobile storage to the Google Drive, so they whereas this is called as what, guys? On-premises. It is called as what? On-premises, whereas this is called as what, guys? Cloud storage. It is called as what? Cloud storage. So we can say, guys, everyone, we can say mobile storage, on-premises, and what's it, guys? Cloud storage. So here, whenever you want to move the data from the on-premises environment to the cloud environment, we always use the data migration job, guys. Likewise, suppose you have somewhere data kept in some websites. Okay. So from where you want to pull in and put the data into the that is Azure Cloud. Azure Cloud. So at that time, we perform the process called what? Data migration. So data migration, why do we perform the data migration job actually? Guys, the data migration will allow you to store more number of records. That means if you have very massive amount of data to be stored, everyone, if you have a very massive amount of data to be stored, at that time, it is possible to store on the cloud environment. Whereas if you want to store the data in the mobile phone, the maximum amount of data you can store it is 100 GB. But you cannot store the data exceeding 100 GB here. Am I right? So for that, what we do, there is no limit for storing the data into the Google Drive. Of course, free is 15 GB. But apart from this 15 GB, whenever you pay, okay, whenever you pay the cost, you can take and store the data up to whatever the extent you want it. Okay. So we can say whenever you want to move the data from the mobile storage to the Google Drive is called as what, guys? Process of data migration. Okay. So in the same way, you have the data process of what? Data integration. Data integration. So what is data integration? Guys, data integration is nothing but when data is kept in a multiple storages. Suppose you have the data, one data is stored in let us say in the United States of America, and one data is stored in the Singapore. One data is stored in the United States of America. Another data is stored in the, yes guys, another data is stored in what's it, guys? Everyone, Singapore. And then you have what's it, guys? The another data is stored in the Malaysia, etc. So you want all this data to be accessible from India. That means you want to access the data in India. That is, we got some project here, and here the India users are here in India. They want to use this data. So to hold that whole data and under the one platform, that is creating, can you see here, creating one, what is it guys? Common cloud in India, and storing the whole data into this. It is called as what, guys? It is called as what? Data integration process. It is called as what? The process of what? The integration process. That means the data from the multiple storages or multiple places is kept under the one head. That is called as what, guys? Everyone, it is called as what? Data, what's it? Integration process. In the same way, here you have what's it, guys? Data summarization. Data summarization. What is data summarization? It is the major process here which is performed on the data, where to get the required data, such as you want, can you see here, you want to extract the net profit or net sales. Let us say you want to get the net sales amount, and you have some sales data here. Let us say product ID is here, product rate is here, then product quantity sold is here, or in product ID, rate, quantity sold, everything is here, guys. And date of sales is also here, everyone. Date of sales is also here. So you can say product ID is something like this. Rate is, let us say, some 100 rupees, and quantity sold is 10. And date of sales is, let us say, today's date. What is the today's date? 24.11.2025. In the same way, 200, 20, 24, 11, 2025. This is the one you have it. Everyone got it here. This is the data you have it. Now, guys, you want to get the extract the net sales here. So how to do it? So for extracting the net sales, guys, net sales, we require the following columns here. What are the columns? Rate is required, quantity is required, and date of sales. Product ID is not required here. Am I right? So product wise, I don't want the overall net sales amount. So this is called as what? The process of what? Exactly. This is called as what? The process of what? Extraction. And then you have what's that, guys? The next important process that is called as transformation. Here in the transformation, we perform some mathematical calculations. So I'll do the calculations manually here. When the product rate is 100 rupees and the quantity sold is 10. So 100 into 10 means what, guys? 1000 directly also. 200 is the rate and quantity sold is 20. That means what is the thing you have it? 4000. So you can say 1000 and 4000 respectively. 1000 and 4000 respectively. Then finally, guys, you put the data into the target system, that is loading, which is called as the loading data. Now, can you see here? We can directly, I'm mentioning it. Can you see here? Net sales amount and date of sales. That's what I want. What's the net sales amount, guys? Can you see? I can say the net sales amount is 5,000. 5,000 directly. Yeah. 4,000 plus 1,000, I'll do 5,000. And date of sales is what? I can say 24/11/2025. Am I right? This is the calculation. We have made it. So can you see here, guys? I've done some mathematical calculation, adding this, all these things I have done it. So this is the one. So you can say net sales amount is this. So to get the data in this particular form, we go with what is that, guys? To get the data in this particular form, we go with what? The process of ETL, that is called extraction, transformation, loading. And using this ETL, that is extraction and transformation loading, here is the process of data summarization. ETL. And finally, guys, the next one, what is it? You have it. After this, you have data visualization is there. What is data visualization? In the same way, what we will do here is data visualization. In the same way, let us say 2 days sales is there. So I'm adding one more day sales here. Directly I'm adding the value. So let us say 6,000 and date of sales is same day. That is nothing but let us say 23rd, 10, 11, 2025. That's it here. So you can say what's that guys? This is the one. Now if you want to tell which day sales is more, so we have to compare 2 days. Am I right? So comparing these 2 days and coming to a conclusion saying that this day sales is more than comparatively with that day. That is nothing but 24th day, 25th third day sales is more than the 24th day. So you are comparing these two things. So that comparison is called as what? Analysis. So analysis is a part of what guys? Data visualization. So we perform the process of data visualization using the same. Getting my point? So these are all the things we perform it in the Azure Data Engineering. That means all these things we do it on a single platform here. What is it, guys? The first one is called as using the ADF, ADB, Synapse, Fabric, and AI. Using all these services, we perform the all the tasks. What is data migration, data integration, data summarization, and as well as the data visualization are the process we perform. Yeah. So that's it here. So as a part of our session here, we are going to cover all this ADB, ADF, Synapse, and Fabric, AI. These are the things we are going to cover it. And then apart from this, the duration is around 90 days. And the session we will just start up from tomorrow. Okay, we will just reschedule it tomorrow because already you have joined it. I've continued the session here. So that's it. So need not worry on this. So we will have 8 to 10 members on this, no issues. So they will arrange it anyways. Yeah, any other questions if you have, you can just go ahead and ask me.
No, sir, I don't have any other question.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll meet the same time. That is tomorrow also. The timing will be 7:30 only. So we'll go in the next part of the session. Okay, thank you. I'm ending the
Thank you,
session.
sir.